Well, look, if you're a West Ham fan, right, 1-0 is never enough. In fact, 3-0 is never enough, right? So we to hold out the way we did there. But I have to tell you, since 1980, right, is that 43 years, right? Our proudest achievements have been stopping Man U winning the league twice, right? We should have that on the honours board, right? I, it was at Upton Park. Man U came. They had to get a win to win the league, and we got a draw. We played as if we were playing for our lives, right? Alex Ferguson said, and this was the sweetest moment, he said, that was an obscene effort by West Ham. We love that. We love that, right? There. So that is it there.
And remind me again. So we're speaking off camera, guys. Who was the first player that got you into West Ham again?
It was Clyde Best, who came from Bermuda and played centre forward for West Ham, right there. So look, in those days on the North Bank, was I the only? There was me and Clyde Best were the only players, the black faces in the crowd as far as I could in the whole stadium, right there. But I'd never had any trouble. I never. Look, what they do, they chuck bananas and make monkey noises at the opposition, and they say, "Oh, you're all right. You're one of us."
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Do you know of this film, TV film called The Firm?
Yes.
The original one.
Yes.
Right there. So it was Kaz Pennant, who was a black member of the Intercity firm, right, he used to have a stall outside West Ham selling his hooligan memoir, right there.
Yeah.
So we were integrated. As long as you were West Ham, you were all right, man. Yeah.
As you can tell, this man, has been supporting
I've
West
seen
Ham.
it all.
He's been in the trenches with West Ham. Yeah,
I've
in the
been
trenches.
disappointed many, many times there.
Okay,
There'll be a few ups, right, like tonight.
Let me ask you a question then.
Yeah.
The perfect question to ask you.
Right.
If I'm a young West Ham fan
Yeah.
and I'm beginning to fall in love with the club,
Right.
what is the one piece of advice as a West Ham fan you'd give to them on, like, since you're a West Ham fan now, this is my one piece of advice if you're going to follow this club?
Don't expect too much. Sorry. It's the way. It's the way. It's the West Ham. Look, listen to the song, right? Then, like my dreams, they fade and die. Yeah. It says it all. That's why it's the West Ham song there. Yeah. Right? So, that's it. Keep on supporting the Hammers and keep on beating Man U. That's what we live for.
Okay, wait. I'm not done with you. I'm not done with you. I haven't spoken about the game today. Right?
The game today.
Who was the man of the match today? At least tell me.
It wasn't Ben Rama. He knows I was slagging off Ben Rama all game, right? Because he hasn't got a football brain. He doesn't know how to close down. He hasn't got the confidence to beat a player in the Premier League. He's a championship player, but give him his fair due, right? I mean, the goal shouldn't go down to Ben Rama. It should go down to De Gea, right? Because he threw it in the net, right there. Right? Yeah. But, to be fair, if we had won 3-0, it'd been a fair result.
Yeah.
It'd been a fair result, right? Man U should be ashamed of themselves.
Wait, but you did answer my question.
Yeah.
Who was your man of the match?
My man of the match.
Just start slandering Ben Rama.
No, Declan Rice.
Declan Rice today.
He's our man of the season. Man U could do with him, but it cost him 120 million then, so better start saving. Look in the piggy bank for that one there. Right there.
Okay.
He is
Thursday.
man of the match.
I'll ask you one more question. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna lie. I've enjoyed this interview. Thursday. What's your prediction for that game? You reckon?
It's a lottery at that level, right? One positive thing. Last season, Moyes ran us into the bloody ground. So when we got to the semi-final, right, we ran out of legs. Moyes used fewer players than any other Premier League manager last season, right? So we were tied. If we got to the final, we'd have beaten those donkeys, right there, in f***ing Frankfurt there. Yeah. So this time, I think I'm quite optimistic. I haven't been to a single European match this season. I can't, f***ing conference. Who can be bothered with that? Yeah. Now a semi-final, we'll be there.
You think the unthinkable is possible? As in the win. Look,
we should have won the Europa League last season. We just ran out of legs, right? So we should win the conference.
Yeah, you guys are gaining momentum this season. Okay, last question.
Fighting against relegation.
I've said it about 4 times already, I know, but
Yeah.
last question. Are you happy with Moyes in particular, yeah? You
No.
content with him?
Look, he's been a good servant, right? But he's not a progressive manager. Yeah. Look, he's not brought young players on. So you look at that West Ham team today, Declan Rice. But a trained monkey could choose Declan Rice, right there, and see his class, right there. That's the trouble. You need people like the De Zerbi at Brighton who can take up, okay players and make a great team because they're on the front foot, right? Too much this time this season, sideways, backwards, keep possession, etc. But we haven't played quickly. And Brighton, when they beat Man U last Thursday, I made sure I watched that as well then, right? Yeah. When they beat them, they were the much better side. So 2 games in a row, teams with nothing, right, have beaten Man U, but they beat them properly. They were on the front foot. So Moyes has to go. Thank you, but we need a progressive young manager. How can Brighton find De Zerbi, right, Potter, and all these other people, right? And we got a 60,000 stadium, right? You can fit it into our toilets, their stadium, right? All right, so that's it. Moyes has got to go. Progressive young manager. The person I wanted all along was what's his name at Newcastle.
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe. Look, after Moyes kept us up the first time, the chairman's bloody idiot son, right? Yeah, Sullivan's idiot son said, "Oh, the big I am will get Pellegrini, right? He's won the league. He's managed Real Madrid then.
And Man City, yeah.
Yeah, he won the league with Man City, right there. But the fact he was in China should have given the bloody game away, right there. So he brought in a load of show ponies, Lanzini, Anderson, right there. And then they had to call Moyes back in. At that point, Eddie Howe was ready to leave Bournemouth, get up to the next level, and he'd been great for us. Look what he's done with Newcastle, right? There. He's shown he's a bloody good manager. Yep, and that's what we wanted. That's what we need. I'm not sure about Potter because he's not front foot enough for us then, but he's not bad manager then. So that's it. F*** off, boys. Thank you, but f*** off.
Thank you so much for that wisdom, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the badge, please. Thank you.